Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to have a little bit of a look at all of the secret rares that are coming around in Pardigm Trigger. You see, the set's out now in Japan, so that means that we know all the secret rares. A bunch of them were actually revealed before the release date by Japan officially, but it is now the release date, at least Japan time. We do have them all, so we can have a nice good look. So starting off with Pokemon V, all of them like Chestnut, and I think I've made it pretty clear how much I love Chestnut. They're all getting full art. Some of them have full arts, some of them have full arts and alternate arts. Chestnut's got that amazing ability that I absolutely love, whereby if you got 4 Chestnut on the field and your active Chestnut gets hit, your opponent takes 120 damage, and it's hilarious. We're also getting a full art of Unown V. That one is apparently bringing fossil Pokemon back. I don't think it's an amazing card, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. And we're getting a full art of Regidrago V. Remember, we'll get to that in a moment, but this is the only VMAX in the entire set. So yay, I suppose. And then we get to Unown V. Unown V, I'm quite happy about this one. Unown V gets both a full art and a special art, an alternate art, call it what you will. And this is a very cool special art. It's got lots of Unown flying around. Well, what do you want, ladies and gentlemen? It's a special art of Unown V. There's a bunch of Unown flying around. That sounds about right to me. Not to mention Unown's got that redonkulous attack for free colorless energy. If you got 1 prize remaining, you win the game. None of that KO malarkey. Just instant win the game. Yay! Now, we've also got ourselves a Skuntank and Arcanine V coming as a full art, and unfortunately, it is just a full art. Nothing more than that, ladies and gentlemen, no special art here. Sorry about that. But Skuntank V gets a special art. It is actually kind of adorable. There's a bunch of Skuntank protecting their babies, and there's a Paris there for some reason I don't really understand. And I do really like Skuntank V's attack for 2 energy. Does 150 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon if they retreated last turn, which is awesome. I think there was a lot of fun to be had with Skuntank V. Not 100% sure why Skuntank got the special art, but I'm kind of delighted it did. And then we've got Regidrago V with the alternate art. Now, this is one that was revealed officially nice and early. And do note, and I said this in the video before, there is a Lugia just casually flying past, just chilling. Although, to be fair, Regidrago is just sitting down, having a little bit of a chill as well. Regidrago V is fine. It's not particularly great, but the VSTAR we'll get to in a minute, that could be a little bit broken. And then we've got Lugia, who obviously gets a full art and a special art as well. Lugia is very much the poster child of the set. There was no way Lugia wasn't getting a special art. So yay! And of course, you know, that poor fisherman. What have they been through up to now with all these Pokemon being mean? So those are your Pokemon V, but we've also got a bunch of VSTAR and VMAX. Now, most of them, you're just talking about Rainbow Rare. So, Regidrago. You have yourself a Rainbow Rare Regidrago. And I like Regidrago. He's got an amazing ability that means your basic lightning Pokemon do 30 more to your opponent's active, plus an attack for 220 that can KO Pokemon V. This is one I have absolutely got my eye on. Now, Unown VSTAR comes in with a Rainbow Rare here. I don't really like Unown VSTAR, I'm going to be honest with you. Unown V, I love that attack that wins you the game if you've got 1 prize remaining. Unown VSTAR, it's got an attack that makes all of your opponent's Pokemon weak to Psychic, but then you just get KO'd because you've had to stay in the active to use that attack, and you've only got 250 HP. Might just be me, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't like Unown VSTAR. Seems like there are other people out there that like it more than I do. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't really like Unown VSTAR at all. It is just not a card I've developed any kind of love for. Sorry about that. But we do also have Regidrago VSTAR, the Rainbow Rare, and this one is absolutely ridiculous. This is a one that for 2 grass and a fire energy lets you copy the attack of any dragon Pokemon in your discard pile. And remember the rule, ladies and gentlemen. The rule is very simply that if it says you need the correct amount of energy, you do. And if it doesn't, you don't. This doesn't say that, ladies and gentlemen. This doesn't say that at all. What that means is any attack you can copy using this of any dragon Pokemon for just 2 grass and a fire. I think this could be a little bit nuts. I've seen people saying it's broken, it's going to be the best deck in the format. I've seen other people already saying it's massively overhyped. The reality is, we need to wait till we got some tournaments to really figure it out. Oh yeah, and then we've got Lugia, but Lugia special, ladies and gentlemen. Lugia gets a Rainbow Rare, and Lugia gets a Gold. And honestly, you could have seen this coming. The way it works is really rather simple. The cover Pokemon, there's always one V-Star in the set that gets a Gold. It's the cover Pokemon of the format, or of the set. This is the cover Pokemon of the set. Ergo. Yeah. Doesn't take much, ladies and gentlemen, does it? Does not take much. So, this is pretty cool. People love Lugia. Between the alternate art Lugia and the gold Lugia. If you are a Lugia collector, shout out to the lovely Primal Lugia, who is, as the handle might suggest, a big Lugia collector. This is going to be a very, very expensive set for you. Sorry about that. And I really like Lugia. It's got a V-Star power ability that lets you grab 2 colorless Pokemon that don't have rule boxes, just whack them straight on your bench. Like the Archeops that lets you accelerate 2 special energy per Archeops. And then, of course, that powers up Lugia. And I don't know. I've seen a bunch of lists floating around for Lugia on Japanese Twitter. I think it's pretty gosh darn good. I think it's going to be a very good deck. It is definitely one to be looking out for. And the good news is there are exactly 4 supporter cards in the set. So that means that all of them get a full art and a rainbow rare, and life is good. So we get ourselves a full art and a rainbow rare of Worker. Although I don't think Worker's a particularly good card, I'm going to be honest with you. This is draw 3 cards, discard a stadium in play. It's fine, I suppose, but I think it's going to see almost no play. It's not good. Brandon, however, that's a potentially good card. Now, if you want to play Brandon, it's got to be the only card in your hand, which is obviously very awkward, but you draw 1 card for each bench Pokemon in play. What that means is, if you've got a full bench and your opponent's got a full bench, draw 10. Draw 10! That's ludicrous, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely ludicrous. So, yeah. It's got to be the only card left in your hand, so it is super awkward to actually try and use it. But, you know, we got plenty of cards around now that can search for the right supporter at the right time, and there are going to be times where this is absolutely the right supporter. Now, Candice gets a full art and a rainbow rare, and it can, you know, we've got potential here in a water deck. You just look at the top 7 cards of your deck, and you can take any number of water Pokemon and water energy into your hand. It's fine. It's good for setup for water Pokemon and water decks, but that's about it. And then we've got Lance, which is very much the same kind of thing. You got a full art and a rainbow rare. You search your deck for up to 3 dragon Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand. But, you know, I told you Regidrago needs to have a whole bunch of Pokemon in the discard pile that are dragon. Maybe this can help you search them out so you can discard them. I think it's pretty clear Brandon here is a star of the supporter lineup in this set. And then we finish off with your gold cards. Now, obviously, we've got gold Lugia VSTAR. I don't think we need to talk too much about that because, honestly, we just did. We've done that bit. But what's really weird about the other gold cards, they're both older cards. Usually speaking, we have a gold VSTAR, the one on the front of the pack. We have an older card, which is a gold card, and a newer card from this set, which is gold. Not the case here. But we've got Gapejaw Bog. Now, it seems like Kato has stopped doing the stadiums, but it looks like they're back for this one, and I am delighted. And you know what? Gapejaw Bog, it's a pretty good card. It's a card which, it's not some kind of staple in every deck or anything silly like that, but it's a card which is seeing a fair amount of play here and there. You bench a Pokemon, you take 2 damage counters. It's not a bad card, sees a bit of play, and now we've got a lovely gold version as well. And then what's really weird is that the other gold card is also not a new card. And here's the thing. We've actually got Leafy Camo Poncho. That is the tool card that prevents all effects of supporter cards done to the VSTAR or VMAX. Not V, it has to be VSTAR or VMAX. That this is attached to. And a bunch of you may not remember this, and I don't blame you, because we had the Zera Aura and we had the Deoxys VSTAR and VMAX decks over in Japan. And before now, this is the only place that card had actually been released, was in the Zera Aura and Deoxys VSTAR and VMAX decks over in Japan. And I think we can all kind of agree that that's not necessarily the thing that is at the forefront of most people's minds. Although that should be coming in Silver Tempest for us. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are all the secret rares. And I don't have a huge preference in this particular set. I'd quite like Full Art Chestnut because I think Chestnut's great, although I'm probably going to be proven wrong. And I suppose the alternate art Regidrago is absolutely amazing. So I don't know, maybe those two. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know which one do these you like. I want to know which one do you want to pull. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. You can join a Discord and chat with us. And you can get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Javier Garcia, who has been one of our supporters for a very long time, one of our earliest supporters on PTCG Radio on the Patreon. So thank you very much to Javier for being a very lovely person and for all the support. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.